This is your dynamic stretching video. The time to do this one, after you've done a light warm-up on a cardio machine, maybe you did some foam rolling, that's optional, then you would do this dynamic stretching video, and after that you're ready to go and lift your weights. So I'd like to start from the neck and work our way down. We'll start with the head going up and down, and we're going to do it 5 times. If something feels tight, do it more, do more reps. If it feels okay, 5 times is good. After that, you're going to go wall to wall 5 times. Ear to shoulder 5 times. You don't have to go fast. You go at the pace that's comfortable and that allows you to feel the stretch, but you're not holding the stretch. After the neck, we're going to do the traps, straight up and down 5 times. 4 and 5. After that, full arm circles. Try to touch on top of you as soon as you can, working that full range of motions. Again, forward 5 times, and then backward. Again, holding as long as I can, and I'm going to do this 5 times. Good. From here, I'm going to hug, and then I'm going to touch behind. And I'm alternating which hand goes on top every rep. This one we're doing 10 times. I believe I'm at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. The next one is going to be the legs. For this one, I want you to be near something you can grab just in case you lose your balance. Ideally, don't hold on to anything. If you're new to training, however, I have no problem if you use one hand and use the other hand to help you with the stretch. So this one, we're going to lift the knees, we're going to alternate, and we're going to do it 5 times each side. 3, 4, and 5. It's a light pull, then I let go. The next one is going to be a muscle that's going to stretch the glutes. So I'm going to grab my foot and ankle if I can, and pull up. If I need help, I'll grab one foot, and then hold on with the other hand. And 3, 4, 5. The next one is a quad stretch. It's going to stretch the front of the legs. This one has many components to it. The first component is going to be grabbing your foot and just doing the stretch. If the quads are too tight for you to grab the foot, it's okay. If you have pants or a shoe, grab and lift as high as you can, and that's good enough. If you need to hold on, no problem. Grab the shoe and pull up. Okay? Now, if this is easy for you, you're going to have another component, which will be to reach up and do the quad stretch. Okay? So now we're stretching also the side of the upper body. And lastly, if this is easy for you, you're going to go on your toes. So now we're warming up the calves as well. And whichever variation you pick, do 5 each side, alternating. Okay? The last stretch that's going to require balance is going to be going on one leg. The focus is lifting the back leg first, and then back up. And you can put your hands in front if you want. In front of you can, on the side you can, either way is good. And if you need to, have a post nearby to grab onto. When I'm doing this exercise, the leg that stays on the floor, I'm stretching the hamstring, the back of the leg. At the same time, I'm working my balance and also working my core. The trick with this one is to lift the leg first and to let the torso follow. 5 times, and there it is. Next, I'm going to lunge forward and add a trunk rotation. So it looks like this. And then push back and alternate. You'll do 5 times each side. If doing a lunge is too advanced for you or requires too much effort, it's okay to do a partial. So you take that leg forward, go down as low as you feel comfortable, and rotate, and then push back. And it can be just a step. That's okay as well. Okay? The next stretch is stepping backwards, reaching, so we get a stretch in the hip flexors. If you can, you go all the way down, opposite leg in front, arm goes up, and I'm going to push the hips forward, and I'm going to reach up and a little bit across. Just a few seconds stretch, and right back up. Again, doing a partial lunge and reaching is perfectly fine. And lastly, even if a partial lunge is too much, just stepping back, grabbing overhead, reaching overhead, and reaching. Okay? 5 times each side. The next one is going to be similar to a good morning / squat. From here, I'm going to raise my hands up and I'm going to squat down, pushing the hips back. I'm warming up my shoulders and my legs. We'll do it 5 times. Excellent. That is the bulk of your dynamic stretching. A bonus stretch will be holding on to something solid, hand on the hip, leg on the inside. We're going to do a leg swing. I love this exercise. It really relieves the tension in the low back. And we'll do 10 one way. I think 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then we'll do with the other leg. When I'm doing this, I'm making sure I'm using a full range of motion. I'm going as high as I can, but only as a warm-up. So I'm not trying super hard. I'm letting my leg go as high as it's comfortable going. And that's perfectly good enough. Another leg swing is, if you have a wall, hands will be on the wall. You're facing the wall with your torso, and you're going to do a side swing, like a pendulum. Again, only as high as you can. And you'll do 10. And then you'll do the other leg. When I'm doing this, I'm always looking towards the wall, and my torso is always facing the wall. Also note that the foot on the floor is always pointing forward. There's going to be a tendency to turn that foot. Don't do it. 9 and 10. And there you have it. That's your dynamic stretching routine.